Hello everyone. In my last video, we were discussing about the super senses, and in that we have discussed about the special sense of smelling, and also we have discussed about the special sense of seeing in case of birds and also animals. And today in this video we shall discuss about the special sense of hearing, and also we'll learn some of the important facts about the types. Okay. Look at the image here. It is in parrot, is it not? And can you see the ears here? Now look at this image. This is a crow. Can you see the ears here? We cannot see the ears in case of birds. Do you know why? It is because the ears are small holes and they are covered with the feathers. Okay, the ears in case of birds, they are like a small holes and they are always covered with the feather, and this is the reason we cannot see the ears in birds. Now look at this image. This is an elephant. So what you observe in this image is the ears of the animal is quite larger. Okay. Now tell me, what do you think? Is there a link between the size of the animal's ear and the hearing? I mean, if your ears are very large, you can hear better. Or if your ears are very small, you can hear less when compared to the larger ears. Is it that? Yes, there may be some link between the size of the ears and hearing, because the ears, the animals which have a larger ears, they can collect the more sound waves, and because of this there may be a link between the size of the animal's ear and their hearing. Now, did you see a snake with the ears? If you imagine, it would be fun, is it not? But the snakes, they do not have the external ears. So how do they hear now? The snakes, they do not have the external ears, but they only feel the vibrations on the ground. To understand what is vibration, you can do this activity. So what you need to do is just sit near the desk, tap the desk once with your hand and listen carefully. So now next, what you need to do is put your ears on the desk as shown in the figure or the picture. Now tap on the desk once again with your hand. Listen again. Was there any difference in the sound of the tap? Yes, there is a difference. Okay, there you can hear the vibrations. So this is how the snakes hear. They do not have the ears, the external ears. They only feel the vibrations on the ground. This is an langur, and this stays high up on the tree. And this langur is going to warn others of danger like tiger or leopard by making a special warning call. Not only the langur, even the birds also give alarm calls to warn about the danger. Some birds have a different sound for different kind of dangers. Okay, if the enemy is coming from the sky or if the enemy is from the ground, there is a different warning call. And when any animal gives a warning call, all the animals in that area understand the danger signal. And some animals start behaving in a different way when an earthquake or storm is about to come. And the people who live in the forest can observe such behavior of animals, come to know of the danger. For example, in December 2004, the tribal people that live in the forest of Andaman Islands noticed that the animals behaving in a different manner. Okay, the tribal people, what they did, they observed that the animals were behaving in an unusual manner, and so they guessed there may be some danger. So they started to move away towards to a safer part of the island. So soon after that, the island were hit by the tsunami, but these people were saved. So, all thanks to the animals because their changing behavior saved the life of many people. Even the dolphins make a different sounds to give messages to each other. So this was all about the special sense of hearing. The next we'll study about the sleeping and waking. Have you noticed that during the cold season you cannot see any lizard in the house, but in summer they appear back? Where do you think they have gone? Some animals they go into a long deep sleep in certain seasons, and so they are not seen for many months like the lizards. Okay, they go into a long deep sleep in certain season, and because of this reason you are not able to see them for months. What is this? It looks like a bear, right? But it is not a bear, it is a sloth. And do you know the interesting part of the sloth? It spends almost 17 hours a day sleeping while hanging upside down on the tree branch. How many hours do you sleep? Try to find. The sloth, they are going to sleep almost and 17 hours a day. The sloth is going to eat the leaves of the same tree on which it lives. Apart from the leaves, it hardly requires anything else. And when it has eaten enough leaves from that tree, it moves to the nearby tree. And remember, the lifespan of this sloth is about 40 years. And in this span of 40 years, they move around only 8 trees. Okay, they change only the 8 trees. And once in a week, it comes down the tree to relieve itself. So this is about the average daily sleep totals, how many hours an animal is going to sleep. And you can try to find even still more animals of how many hours the animals are going to sleep. Like you can find out of how many hours a cow is going to sleep, a python is going to sleep, a giraffe is going to sleep, and also the cat. So this is our national animal, the tiger. We'll learn some of the important facts about the tiger. A tiger, first important point you must remember is a tiger can see a 6 times better at night than most of us see. And the tiger's whiskers, that is a white thread like which you see near the mouth, is very sensitive and it can sense the movement or the vibrations in the air. Okay, they are so sensitive that they can sense the movement or the vibrations in the air, and this helps the tiger move in the dark and find its prey. The next is the tiger's sense of hearing is so sharp it can make out the difference between the rustling of the leaves and the sound of an animal moving on the grass. Okay, the sense of hearing in case of tigers is very sharp. The ears of the tiger can move in a different directions. So the ears of the tigers they can move in different directions, and this helps to catch the sound from all around. And the tigers make a different sound for different purpose, like if it is when it is angry it makes a different sound, or if it wants to call out to a tigress it makes a different call. So different sound, sorry. So tigers make different sound for different purpose. It can roar, and its roar can be heard up to 3 kilometers away. And lastly, that each tiger has its own area which may cover about several kilometers. The tigers mark their area with the urine, like the similar one is done by a dog. The dog also is going to mark the area with the urine. A tiger can at once come to know if there is another tiger in its area by the smell of urine. A tiger will avoid, it does not go into the another tiger's area. Tiger is one of the most alert animals, and today these tigers are in danger. Do you know what is the reason for the danger to tigers in the jungle? Can we human beings be the threat to the animals? If we are threat, how? How we are causing the reduce of numbers of tigers? So the many animals are killed for their parts. Many of the animals they are killed and their parts are sold. Since the parts are very expensive, the animals are killed for their parts and they are sold. For example, the elephants. In elephants, the elephants are killed for their tusk. The rhinoceros are killed for its horn. Tigers, crocodiles, snakes are killed for their skins. And the musk deer, they are killed just to make a scent out of the musk. The people who kill these animals, we call them as the hunters or the poachers. The number of tigers and number of animals are reducing in our country. So mainly because of hunting and hunting, the many of the animals are reducing in our country. And someday these animals will disappear and we will not be able to see this animal anymore. So to protect the animals, our government has made some forest as a protected areas. Some of them are Jim Corbett National Park in Uttarakhand and Ghana in Bharatpur district of Rajasthan. These are some of the protected areas where nobody can hunt the animals or destroy the jungle. These animals are very much protected in this area. So, remember, this planet Earth is not only for the human beings but it is also for the animals too. We should allow all the other animals to live along with us. So by this, I would like to conclude the first chapter, the super senses. Hope you have understood. Thank you.